Hi, in this video I would like to show to you firstly and then test and compare several popular models of budget cheap nut boxes for espresso. Not a professional accessories of course, but let's say something like typical owner of the laundry Dedica would like to have at his home. So that's why I bought the most popular three items on Temu.com, but they're also available on AliExpress and on Amazon, but under different names of course. And the first model, I already have it. I bought it several months ago. It's no good, by the way, despite it looks fancy, but still we will have it in our comparison. So in total we have 4 models, and I believe that anything that you can find under $20 will be either this model or this or this or this. So let's test and look how they work for this amount of money. But first let me briefly remind you why we need nut boxes at home. Because when you brew coffee, when you brew it, when you pull the shot, you have the coffee left inside the holder, inside the portafilter, and you need to get rid of it. What you can do, you can either wash it in the sink, but it will be too messy. You can use your kitchen trash box, but it's also not very convenient. Or you can use this special device. By the way, professional baristas in professional coffee shops also use it. So what you do, you just knock, that's where the name comes from, the portafilter like this, and theoretically the coffee pack goes out easily and with no mess. But these cheap Chinese made products are not always designed good. So we're gonna test how they work. Okay, let's start with the first one. Looks tiny. Plastic looks quite thick, that's good, but the diameter is quite small, that's bad. Let's look for another one. Here we have some do-it-yourself task. Let's do it. I think these two are very similar, but let's look for the third one. I lost this. Let's put it on place. It's supposed to work like this, but this rubber part is trying to go out of its place. How we should do it? Yes. Now it seems to be in the place. So despite these two models, and this by the way, we don't have this part, you see? We just have the bottom part. Yes, and the first model that I already had, as I told you, that's very bad. As I said, it cost around $10. The current prices you can see by the links in the description. It looks pretty, but the usability is awful, honestly. First of all, as you can see, it is very lightweighted and the plastic is very thin and it got damaged every time you knock it with a portafilter. This bar is made of wood, and this wood is really getting destroyed every time you see, like these pieces of wood are detaching. Also, this space is quite not enough. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller than 51 millimeters, so the pack can go directly inside, or you should be very accurate. So you are probably supposed to hit the bar. And also, because it's very lightweighted itself, it's jump on the table making terrible sounds. Let's try to test it in a real life. As you can see, we see some splashes of the coffee, and also let's make a test with the one hand. Oh, so it's not very stable. This is the most awful model that I've tested so far. It's jumping around the table, around the countertop, a lot of mess, coffee spilled out, so I don't recommend this one, no. But the espresso is quite good. Okay. Then we have these two guys. Next two models I will review simultaneously because they are quite similar between each other. The plastic is very similar, the color is similar, obviously, and the thickness of the plastic is very similar. The difference in this bar, because this one is softer and this is a little bit less soft. But anyway, let's test this space. this space is not enough, I think, for pack to be pulled directly into the box. So you are probably supposed to hit like this on the bar. We'll test it now, and this one, it has the same space here, but because the width is bigger, so you probably can try to knock directly into the box, but anyway, there is still an option to hit the bar. Let's test how we will do it. Like this. Oh, it perfectly, the coffee pack perfectly goes into this space, so it works. And also let's make a one arm test. It's quite stable, and it also has this thing on the bottom, so it stands quite stable on the floor. I like it, or on the table. Let's test this one. For this, let's make another espresso. Okay, the round one, it also has this part in the bottom to be stable on the countertop, but let's test it in real life. Let's say I want to do this. Oh, no. Yes, here we have not enough space, so we need to pull our pack by knocking the bar, so that's why it's a bit more messy. And let's make a one arm test. It's also quite stable. So they are very similar, both quite stable, durable, made of good plastic with good thickness. However, this one, the square one, I like more because it has more space to pack, goes directly into the knockbox. Because here you had to knock the bar, and that's why there is a lot of mess. Now let's test this one. So far it's the biggest one in our comparison, and it doesn't have any bar at all, so it's supposed to be used like this. So you just knock like this. The only problem is that this rubber part, it always detaches. I already tried several times, every time it detached, but maybe it will get better after some days of usage. You see, this problem arises every time when this rubber part accidentally goes out. Let's try. Oh, yo. Ouch. It's so hot that it goes out with the coffee basket. Ouch. Let's try again. Yeah, you see, it's made too heavy and too big. So when I knock, even the basket flies out. That's not good. Let's try one arm test. Oh, no. You see, because it has less height here, when I knock with one arm without holding it, it just makes like this. Good idea on paper, but terrible realization again. So let's somehow remove it. Okay, let's finalize. Among these 4 cheap knockboxes for espresso, this is the worst one. That's a disaster. Pretty outlook, but it's not a knockbox really. Maybe it's a good stand for pencils, but not a knockbox. Don't buy it, please. This one I will place on the 3rd place. It has a good idea, but pure realization, but still it's okay to use it if you use it with both hands. And these 2 red ones are better. This one, more compact one, round, I will place on the 2nd place. It's okay, but you cannot use it by hitting the coffee pack directly into the knockbox. You need to use this bar. That's why it's a little bit messy. And this one is the best of the best among these cheap knockboxes for espresso. I liked it the most. You can use it both with one hand. You can pull coffee packs directly into the box, or you can use this bar. That's perfect. Well built, good materials, I like it, I recommend it, and I will appreciate your likes if you found this video useful, and please share in comments if you found any other models of cheap knockboxes. Maybe I missed something. Bye bye.